Do you constantly put pressure on yourself to make the right food choices? Does building a healthy plate seem complicated? Are you tired of stressing over what foods to eat and how much? With this simple approach to building a balanced plate, you will know how to eat healthy at restaurants, parties, and cookouts, and never stress over what goes on your plate again. Interested in tips and tricks to get healthy, save money, and feel better? Join us in my free Facebook community, Healthy Habits for Busy Women. This is the place to connect, learn, and share with other mamas on their health journey just like you. Join the Healthy Habits for Busy Women community and get in on the fun. See you there. Busy mama, are you overwhelmed trying to get healthy and eliminate chronic pain for good? Does being a busy mom leave you exhausted so you put your health goals on the back burner? Have you given up on every diet and exercise program leading you right back to your unhealthy habits? Hi friend, I'm Ashley Cavolo, a busy working mom who struggled to manage debilitating chronic pain. I desperately wanted to feel better and be the best mom that I could be, but I didn't know how to start and had nowhere to turn. Until the day I decided the pain would no longer control my life. I discovered health and wellness can be simple, maintainable, and heal chronic pain. In this podcast, I will share tips and strategies to help you instill healthy habits, find more energy, and manage your chronic pain. Grab your notebook, that cup of matcha, and get ready to look at getting healthy in a whole new way. Hey friends, I cannot believe we are officially in summer mode. I am so excited. We have our little above ground pool up and running. We have already gotten right into barbecues and parties, so summertime is really ramping up fast. So I thought this would be a perfect time to talk about building a healthy plate, because often we find ourselves not only at home, but at parties and restaurants stressing over what to eat and how much. We could easily just throw our inhibitions to the wind and eat everything that looks enticing, but in reality, this isn't the best option for our health. Certain foods can set off food cravings if you're trying to lose weight. They can trigger inflammation or a flare-up if you are dealing with chronic disease. I am all for enjoying comfort foods at a celebration or out with my family, but I know the results could set me back for days. So how do you enjoy a barbecue or a meal without added stress or pressure to eat the right foods all the time? So let's dig into my simple approach to building a balanced plate no matter where you are. So number one, before you even begin to cook dinner or arrive at a restaurant or a party or a barbecue, take a few moments to check in and ask yourself a few questions. What is your goal? Let's say your goal is to prevent an autoimmune flare-up and inflammation. Next, ask yourself, what types of foods will support this goal and what foods will not support this goal? Keep it simple. So for example, preventing inflammation and an autoimmune flare-up may mean avoiding gluten, seed oils, and desserts made with refined sugar and flour, that is white flour, white sugar. Acknowledging what your body needs and what it doesn't helps you determine the choices you will make before you even arrive at that party, barbecue, or restaurant. If you are going to a party, you may not know what the food choices will be, but you will know what types of foods to keep an eye out for. So the same goes for building your plate at home. You have an opportunity to make food choices that will support your goal. So pay attention to what is available to you in the pantry and the fridge. You pretty much know fruits and vegetables, number one, healthy fats, whole grains. If you open the fridge and you see Doritos, not the best choice. So just go by your gut. What is going to support your goal? And next step on the list is to assess your options. So let's say you arrive at the barbecue. This is your time to assess what the food options are before putting anything on your plate. Look for the best options to support your goals. So for example, if I'm looking to avoid refined flour, gluten, and seed oils. I might build a salad with burger fixings, so that would be lettuce, tomato, onions, and choose a burger patty, put that on top of the salad, and avoid the bun completely. And then you can look at salad dressing options you have available to you. Many salad dressings will have seed oils in them and added sugar. I may just go for a little bit of that dressing if that's all I have, rather than having it dry. I might use a little mayo on top of that, or olive oil. If there's olive oil on the table, that is an excellent option. That is a healthy fat. So think about simple options available to you and how you can make them work for you and your goal. And next is the fun part, and that is building your plate. So let's build your plate. Create this visual in your mind to eliminate any stress, overwhelm, or questions when it comes up to choosing healthy foods. So we're going to break this down into steps to make it simple. So step number 1, you're going to pick up your plate and imagine you draw the letter Y right on top of the plate, top to bottom. This leaves 3 sections on your plate, 1 small section and 2 large sections. Step 2, you're going to fill the smallest section on your plate with whole grains. So that is brown rice, quinoa, barley, something like this, rather than a white rice or a white pasta. And a serving size should fit into the palm of your hand when you cup your hand. So that is a visual you have with you wherever you go. You have that hand, use that visual. One thing I wanted to mention is at barbecues and parties, quite often we don't always have whole grains available to us. It is okay. Go ahead and have a serving of pasta salad, but just make sure you're keeping that portion size in mind. Elderberry syrup has been known to be a powerful immune booster since the time of ancient Greeks. Elderberry supports the immune system, digestive health, gut health, and can reduce inflammation. Elderberry syrup has since become one of the most popular immune-boosting supplements on the market, but not all brands are created equal. Many formulas contain fillers, sugar, dyes, artificial ingredients, and GMO ingredients, which is why purchasing from a trusted source is imperative. Elderberry Co. is my #1 brand for elderberry syrup. They use only 7 natural ingredients that you recognize: raw local honey, organic elderberries, aronia berries, ginger, cinnamon, clove, and water. Their use of raw local honey makes their syrup different from the rest. Raw local honey contains antioxidant-rich bee propolis, supporting the cells from oxidation to reduce inflammation. My kids love the taste, and when I began taking Elderberry Co. syrup, I felt results in just a few days. Adding Elderberry Co. elderberry syrup to your daily routine is one of the simplest and best tasting ways to support the health of your entire family. Grab my link in the show notes to get your Elderberry Co. products today. Step 3, one of the larger sections on your plate is going to be for protein. The serving size is the palm of your hand. So put your hand out flat, and that piece of meat should fit right into the palm of your hand. Step number 4, the last large section is for fruits and vegetables. And I say go all out, serving sizes unlimited here. So fruits and vegetables, get as many as you can, as much of a variety, fruits and colors, make it fun, vibrant, and just see how many options you can pull onto that plate. So step number 5 is to top your food with healthy fats, herbs, and spices, and this will complete your balanced plate. For healthy fats, think of 1 to 2 tablespoons of avocado or olive oil. Seasonings are unlimited. Think black pepper, sea salt, or Italian seasoning. Add those on top of your meal wherever you see fit. And here is a hack that you can use to measure healthy fats. You may not always have a measuring spoon to measure a tablespoon. So wherever you are, whether it's at a party or a restaurant, look for spoons. You want to find a standard spoon that you would eat with, or one of the larger spoons that you would eat with, maybe for eating soup. And a standard spoon, 2 spoonfuls is equal to 1 tablespoon, generally speaking. The larger spoon is going to be equal to 1 tablespoon. So for 2 tablespoons of, say, olive oil, if you find a standard spoon, scoop 4 spoonfuls of olive oil onto your salad or your plate, your vegetables. And for the larger spoon, 1 to 2 scoops with that spoon. So that's just a tip to help you wherever you are to measure your healthy fats. So to quickly run through the serving sizes, you have the Y on your plate. The small section is a serving of whole grains the size of your hand when cupped. The large section is a serving of protein the size of your palm. The other large section is unlimited fruits and vegetables in a variety of colors. And then to top it off, you are going to add 1 to 2 tablespoons of healthy fats and unlimited herbs and spices. So what about when we are at home? Building a balanced meal at home can be simple and convenient when you have a variety of healthy options on hand. This includes foods like whole grain options, organic fruits and vegetables, grass-fed and pasture-raised meats, healthy fats, and many herbs and spices. Add to the convenience by stocking up on things like beans, broth, frozen fruits, and vegetables to ensure you have a variety of healthy foods to choose from. And really build your food options based upon what you love to eat. So if you go to open your fridge and you see a bunch of berries that you just love, you're going to eat them, and you're more likely to go for that, knowing it's healthy, it's going to make you feel good, versus something that is maybe a potato chip that is going to make you feel awful and is not going to help you reach your goals. So building a healthy plate at home, this might look like having roasted chicken breast, roasted zucchini and summer squash, and quinoa topped with diced avocado. It could look like grilled steak with spinach and tomato salad with olive oil and feta cheese and some roasted sweet potatoes. You might have a salad topped with ground taco beef meat and guacamole and salsa and some siete tortilla chips. Your meals can look like anything you want them to look like. You can create a meal based upon things you find in the fridge. You don't have to follow a recipe. This is my last tip. Just have fun and get creative. Try to make your plate as colorful as you can, with as much variety as you can. Just make sure you have your protein, your whole grain, your colorful vegetables, your healthy fats and spices. It can be really simple. And when you're outside of the house, you can't always be choosy if your options are limited. So relax and remind yourself this one meal isn't going to be perfect, but that is okay. You can get right back to your routine when you return home. And the plate you build doesn't need to be conventional. Even a small cheese and olive plate can be delicious and filling if you don't have many options. So just get creative and have fun putting together your healthy plate. Hey friend, I hope this episode helped you in your health journey. If you are inspired or motivated, please leave a 5-star rating and written review in Apple Podcasts, or please share it with another mama who would be blessed by it. I'm off to make another matcha and whip up a healthy snack. Thanks for listening. I'll catch you next Thursday. The information and opinions shared in this podcast are for educational and informational purposes only. The content within this podcast is not a substitute for professional care. Always seek the advice of a physician or medical professional to answer health-related questions. Implementing the advice shared on this podcast should be done at your own risk. Actions taken by listeners as a result of content shared on this podcast is not the responsibility of the host or creator. Listening to this podcast is acknowledging your agreement with these terms. The Prepared for Wellness podcast is not intended endorse and is not affiliated with treatments or products mentioned in this podcast unless otherwise specified. Products or treatments shared in this podcast are for informational purposes only. Always seek the advice of a medical professional for answers to product or treatment questions. All content, including but not limited to text, graphics, logos, and materials shared under the Prepared for Wellness podcast and the Prepared for Wellness brand, is protected by copyright and all applicable laws. Any kind of unauthorized distribution or use of this content is strictly prohibited and will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.